Somewhere right now, a customer is filling out your contact form. They need the job done this week. They're motivated, they have the budget, and they're ready to book. And here's what happens next in most small businesses: nothing, not for an hour, sometimes not until tomorrow morning. And by then that customer did the completely reasonable thing. They messaged 2 of your competitors and one of them answered in under a minute. That job is gone and you never even knew it existed. Here's the number that should change how you think about this. Businesses that respond to a new lead within 5 minutes close 4 times more of them than businesses that take an hour. 4 times. Same leads, same website, same prices. The only difference is speed. In this series, we're building the 5 AI agents that actually survived my testing, blueprint by blueprint. Last time, the inbox agent, the number 1 pick. Today, number 2, the one with the most direct line to revenue. The lead reply machine. 5 pieces, the settings that matter and where it breaks. Let's go. And here's the cruel part about this problem: it's invisible. When your inbox breaks, you feel it, the pile is right there staring at you. But a lost lead doesn't leave a mark. You never get a notification that says someone almost hired you today. You just see the jobs you won. Never the ones that quietly went across the street. Most owners genuinely believe they don't have a lead response problem because the evidence of it never reaches them. That's why this agent surprises people more than any other in the series. The week you turn it on is usually the week you find out how many conversations you'd been losing before they started. Quick reminder of how these blueprint videos work if this is your first one. I'm not going to click through software menus for 40 minutes. Those videos go stale the moment the interface updates. Instead, you're going to understand the machine, what each piece does, what to set, what to never set. The prebuilt template link below gives you the actual clicks. Design first, assembly second. It's faster and it's the version of this knowledge that stays useful for years. So here's the machine. 5 pieces: the catcher, the responder, the qualifier, the booker, and the alert, one by one. Piece 1, the catcher. This is the part most people get wrong before they even start, because your leads don't come through one door. They come through your contact form, your missed calls, your business messages, sometimes a direct email. If your automation only watches the form, you've automated one door and left the others slamming. The catcher is a set of triggers, 1 per channel: form submitted, call missed, message received. Each one fires the same pipeline. The setting that matters: coverage. Sit down for 10 minutes and list every way a stranger can reach your business. That list is your trigger list. The doors you forget are the leads you'll keep losing and you'll never see it happening. Piece 2, the responder. This is the 9-second reply, and I need to be precise about what makes it work because speed alone isn't the trick. Anyone can send an instant "thanks, we'll get back to you." That's an autoresponder and customers ignore it because it smells automatic. The responder is different. It reads what the lead actually wrote and answers with something specific. They asked about bathroom renovation. The reply mentions bathroom renovation. They asked if you service their area. The reply answers that question. The AI writes it from their message. That's the difference between message received and a reply that feels like a human saw it. The setting that matters: pull their words into the reply. Reference the thing they asked. That one instruction is most of the magic, and keep it short: 2-3 sentences. A fast, short, specific reply reads like a sharp business. A fast, long, generic one reads like a bot. And one more thing about the responder, because this is where it earns its keep. A huge share of inquiries, for many service businesses it's close to half, arrive outside business hours. Picture it. It's 9 on a Tuesday night. A homeowner is on the couch, finally dealing with the leaking water heater, filling out contact forms. Every business they message is closed. Every one of them will reply tomorrow except yours, which answers in 9 seconds with a real response about water heaters and an offer to book. Who do you think feels like the professional operation here? You just won the job in your sleep, and it had nothing to do with your prices. Piece 3, the qualifier. Not every lead deserves your calendar. Some are price shopping every business in town. Some need something you don't even offer. The qualifier asks 2 or 3 questions that sort the serious from the curious. What do you need done, roughly when and where? That's it. Here's what it actually looks like in the conversation. Got it? A few quick questions so I can get you to the right person. What kind of work are you looking at? Any rough timeline? And what area are you in? Natural, short, the kind of thing a good receptionist would ask. The lead answers in a minute, and now you know whether this is a real Tuesday job or someone comparison shopping 3 suburbs away. And here's the setting that matters: learn the annoying way, maximum 3 questions. Every question you add after the first few costs you real leads. People answer 3 questions for a service they want. Nobody fills out an interrogation. 3 answers is enough to know whether this is a real job. Let the rest stay unknown until the conversation. Piece 4, the booker. This is where most automations chicken out. They end with "we'll be in touch." Don't. If the qualifier says this lead is real, the booker offers your actual availability. 2 or 3 concrete time slots pulled from your real calendar, bookable in 1 tap, not when works for you. That question restarts the whole back and forth you were trying to kill. The setting that matters: offer specific slots and keep a buffer around your existing job so you don't get booked into chaos. The lead picks a time, it lands on your calendar, they get a confirmation. While your competitor is still typing "thanks for reaching out," this lead has an appointment with you. And piece 5, the alert. The machine has done its job, now it hands the human the wheel. The alert pings your phone with everything in one glance: who, what they need, when they booked, and the entire conversation so far. It also logs the lead somewhere permanent, so nothing lives, only in a chat thread. And this is the boundary I want to be completely clear about, because it's the same principle as the gate in the inbox video. The machine opens the door. It never closes the deal. No price negotiation, no promises about scope. No, we can definitely do that. The moment money or commitments enter the conversation, that's yours. An AI that quotes prices is an AI that quotes wrong prices, and a wrong quote in writing is a problem you'll pay for. The AI's job ends at the handshake. Yours starts there. That's the machine. Catch, respond, qualify, book, alert. A lead comes in at 9 at night, gets a real answer in 9 seconds, answers 3 questions, books Tuesday at 10. You wake up to an appointment, not a cold inquiry from someone who's already hired your competitor. Now where it breaks, because it does and you should know before it happens. Break number 1, it replies to things that aren't leads. A supplier newsletter hits the inbox trigger and your machine cheerfully asks it what work it needs done. The fix is a filter up front, the same reader logic from the inbox agent, so only actual inquiries enter the pipeline. Break number 2, tone. Out of the box, these replies tend to be too eager! Amazing, we'd love to. For most trades and services, calm and competent converts better than thrilled. Feed it 2 or 3 of your own real replies and tell it to match that register. Break number 3, the calendar. If the booker isn't reading your real availability or you forget to block a holiday, it will book someone into a slot you don't have. 30 seconds of calendar hygiene a week. Set the reminder. Notice the pattern, same as last time. Every one of these breaks lives at an input you control. Control the inputs and the machine stays boring, and boring is what you want from automation. The honest math. One missed lead for most service businesses is a few $100s minimum. For some of you it's a few thousand. Let's be conservative and say your average job is $400. And this machine saves you just 2 leads a month that would have gone to a faster competitor. That's $800 a month of recovered work. The software behind this whole machine runs about $0 to $20 a month. The free tier genuinely covers a small business testing it. Even in the worst case, you're trading $20 for $800. And if your jobs are bigger, the math gets silly fast. So the question isn't whether you can afford the machine. It's how many jobs you lost last month to a competitor who just answered faster, without being better, without being cheaper, just faster. That's the whole trade. Speed is the cheapest advantage left in small business because everyone knows it matters and almost nobody sets it up. Set up expectations honestly. About an hour with the template and the same 2-week tuning habit as the inbox agent. Week 1, you fix the sorting and adjust the tone. Week 2, the corrections mostly stop. And build it in this order. Catcher and responder first, run just those for a few days. Even alone, they're already beating 90% of your competitors. Then add the qualifier once you've seen a few real conversations and connect the booker last when you trust what the machine is saying. You don't have to launch all 5 pieces on day 1. The blueprint works in stages. And no, you don't need to be technical. If you can list the ways customers reach you, write 3 questions, and connect your calendar, you have every skill this requires. The judgment is the part that matters, and you've been doing that judgment by hand for years. The template is linked in the description, same 5-piece design we just walked through, running on Make. Turn it on for the doors you actually use, keep the AI away from prices, and give it 2 weeks. Then judge it on the number that matters. How fast does a stranger hear back from your business? Time it yourself, send a test inquiry, and watch the clock. If this series is useful, subscribe. The remaining agents from the test are all getting the same treatment, blueprint by blueprint. Real designs, honest numbers, no hype. Automate the grind, guard the judgment, and let speed do the selling for you. This is Hoursmith, the honest AI channel for small business. I'll see you in the next one.